Hey guys, welcome back to another Skate news video, and today it's also not too exciting again, but we got the general access to the stadium, we got a new contest, we got new known issues and so on that we're gonna talk about just as usual, and we're gonna get right in with the general access to the stadium. So before this time, access to the stadium was only for the ones that have bought the Skate Premium Pass, but since Tuesday this week, so July 7th, everyone can access the stadium, well, at least theoretically, but you need to buy access to the stadium. So you either have the Skate Premium Pass or you buy a 24-hour day pass for 250 rip chips. However, if you're still patient, you can also just wait for another 2 weeks, and then on July 21st, we will see the open access to the stadium connected to the X Games event that we will also see inside of the stadium. Well, it's at least what I assume. So starting on July 21st until the end of this season, which is August 25th, the stadium will be really open for everyone and no one has to pay for it. So like I said before, if you're still patient and you don't want to spend any money, you don't want to spend any rip chips, then starting on July 21st, you can access the stadium for free, and then you can still complete the challenges that are over there, and there will also be this new X Games event. Also on July 21st, we will see the next major update for Skate, which is 31.5, which will hopefully fix most of the bugs that we have on the known issues list so far. So there will not be any other update in between that will fix anything. I think the devs are probably on some kind of a summer break as well, because it's very, very quiet right now. So I assume that we will actually start into a bit more active phase again on July 21st. With this update and the open access and the event. Now, what we got as well, but that had already started last week actually, but it's still running, is the Fingerflips video contest. This one had started on Sunday, July 5th. I already posted about this in one of my community posts here on YouTube. But if you haven't seen this yet, this Fingerflips contest will run until Saturday, July 18th, and you can send in a 15 to 30 second clip doing a finger flip wherever you want to and in connection to whatever, well, kind of other trick you want to, so that's completely up to you. Here are the requirements you need to meet. So the resolution, the title must include this Skate Fingerflips video contest and so on. No watermarks, no music, no AI. Should be pretty much the same as in every other contest before if you already participated, and you can send all of this into Skate Reels as usual. I'm gonna post the link to this in the description below, so you can just click on it and send in something that you have, or if you have something or want to send something in. And what you can win is one of those Year 5 Seagull decks right here. There will be 10 winners in some, and those will be selected around July 24th. And this will actually be the last 10 decks with this design that they have or that they will give away. At least that's what they're writing. And while we're talking about board designs, we also got some, well, very unique board designs in the store right now that I assume are coming in because of the ongoing World Cup. So right now, if you head over to the store, you will find those flag board designs right here with some of the teams that are participating in the World Cup. And unfortunately, you will have to pay for them. It's 250 VanBox each, and you can also buy the player card banners for 50 VanBox each. Actually, when they posted it on their socials, I thought that they would give them away for free because that's what other games did. But, well, you have to buy them or you have to spend money on them. If that's something you like, if that's something you want to spend money on, that's completely up to you, of course. But just so you know that this is in the store, if that's something that's interesting for you. And then we have the well-known known issues list. However, I looked through it, and good news, there are actually no new known issues that we don't know yet. So all of those known issues that we're seeing right here, they've all been on the list before. So The last ones, I think, was like 5 of them were added last week, and from last week to this week there were no new known issues added, which I think is probably good news because no one really likes to have bugs. However, there was one thing that they changed during the week, and this is the Own the Lot challenge that is called Waterworks that you can find on the Isle of Grom. Last week on July 2nd, they have posted that they are aware of an issue with this Own the Lot challenge and that it's not tracking the completion of some of its objectives, and that they're working on a solution. And the solution that they came up with is that they have replaced this Own the Lot challenge with the large barge Own the Lot challenge that is also on the Isle of Grom. So you can complete this if you want to and get the ticks and the points for it if you want to. It's just not the Waterworks, it's the large barge now. And lastly, we have what is next for Skate. So on July 16th, which is next Tuesday, until July 31st, there will be a design a deck contest, which will be held on the Skate Discord. And I'm also going to share the link, of course, to the Discord. If you are not on this Discord yet, you can find it down in the description below. And then on July 21st, we already talked about this, we will see the next major update. Also, the start of the open access for the stadium and the X Games event. We will also see a full blog for the X Games event dropping next week, where we will learn what we can expect from the X Games event, probably what kind of challenges, rewards, and so on we can expect to see. Maybe some things, also some points that we can expect to see from the update. And then I think on July 20th, one day before the update drops, we will also see the patch notes for it. Then on August 25th, Season 5 will start, where I'm sure we will also see a lot more teasers and blog posts the weeks before, so like 2 or 3 weeks before the season will start. And then September 16 will be the first birthday of Skate. And I'm actually hoping that they will do something special, maybe some kind of weekend event or whatever around this as well to celebrate this. But that was it for today. These were all the news that we have this week. You might notice that it's a little bit more quiet, that it's a little bit more slow right now, but that's just the way it is each and every year during the summertime, so I didn't expect Skate to be any different here, but I hope that on July 21st, with the start of the open access and so on, that things will get a little bit less quiet again. But yeah, I hope you still enjoyed this video, and if you did, be sure to drop a like and subscribe, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye bye!